It was nearly midnight when Jordan found himself waiting at the old Southridge bus station. The schedule showed one last bus to his neighborhood, Route 86, leaving at 12:15 a.m. The station was empty, save for a flickering vending machine and the hum of overhead lights. He glanced at his phone. Dead. Figures. The wind outside howled against the glass doors, carrying a chill that didn't feel quite natural. Jordan zipped up his jacket and sat down, listening to the rhythmic ticking of the station clock. At exactly 12:14, a low rumble echoed from outside. The bus pulled up, its headlights dim and fogged over. The sign on top flickered erratically before settling on Route 86, final stop. The doors opened with a groan. Jordan hesitated. The driver didn't say a word, just stared forward, face hidden by shadows and the brim of his cap. Jordan climbed aboard and scanned the rows. Only a handful of passengers sat scattered throughout, oddly still, their faces turned away, unmoving. They didn't speak. They didn't even seem to breathe. He sat near the middle, avoiding their gazes. The doors closed. The bus pulled away. No one said a word. Outside, the city looked strange. The buildings passed by in slow motion, but something about them was off. Windows were dark, streets deserted, and lampposts blinked in unnatural rhythm. Jordan leaned toward the window and saw a figure standing under each flickering light, all of them staring at the bus, all of them expressionless. As the ride went on, he noticed something else. The bus wasn't stopping. No stops. No one got on. No one got off. And then came the whispers. At first, Jordan thought it was the wind, soft murmurs brushing past his ear. But the sound grew clearer, a voice repeating his name. Jordan. He looked around. The other passengers hadn't moved, but their reflections in the windows, they were watching him. He turned to the driver. Hey, excuse me, when's the next stop? No response. Jordan stood and approached the front. The driver's face was still hidden, unmoving. I need to get off, Jordan said, trying to stay calm. The driver finally moved, his head turning slowly. What Jordan saw made his blood freeze. The driver had no eyes, just empty sockets. His mouth opened unnaturally wide, and in a low voice that echoed across the bus, he whispered, No one leaves the last ride. The lights inside the bus flickered and died. When they came back on, Jordan was in his seat again, though he didn't remember sitting down. And now, the other passengers were all looking at him. Their faces were pale, hollow, dead. One by one, they began to whisper his name. Jordan. Jordan. He jumped to his feet and pulled the emergency stop cord. Nothing happened. He ran to the back door and tried to pry it open. The windows were no longer showing the city. Now they showed something else entirely, a pitch-black void, swirling mist, shapes moving in the dark. The bus rumbled louder, faster, then it stopped. The doors opened, but it wasn't a neighborhood. It was a tunnel, long, narrow, and pulsing like a heartbeat. The driver turned around fully for the first time and smiled. His teeth were far too many, his face no longer human. Jordan stepped back. Number, I'm not going in there. But unseen hands gripped his arms. The passengers were rising now, one by one, silent, surrounding him. He screamed and fought, but it was no use. They dragged him off the bus and into the tunnel. The next morning, Route 86 was found abandoned on the roadside. No driver, no passengers, just a jacket on one seat. Inside the pocket, a phone. Its screen cracked, its final photo showing Jordan's terrified face reflected in the bus window. And behind him, something dark, something smiling.